Sundays are so hectic for me. And if that was the time I had to talk to people, it would take me forever to get to know everyone. I'm really sorry, though, that Jim can't be here. You mentioned on the phone he had a business trip,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sorry, too. He was really looking forward to getting to meet you, and we'll just have to have you over for dinner sometime when he's back. Then you can meet our kids, too.
That would be great. Yeah, thank you. Tell me, Sally, how long has it been since you moved here?
Well, we all moved here before the beginning of the school year, but Jim was working here for about 6 months before that and commuting home every weekend. I'm really glad that's over. It's awfully expensive trying to keep up a normal family life on an interstate basis. It really took a toll on all of us.
That's incredible. I mean, you seem like, you strike me as such solid, steady people, you know? You're so upbeat, you're so enthusiastic. I can't imagine how you did that all that time.
Well, it was tough.
You know, in the church, we have a lot of older folks, so it's really nice to see some younger people, younger families, that is, coming in. The older folks are kind of needy, you know, but you guys bring a certain spark to the church.
Well, thank you. I bet you must have a lot of shut-ins and hospital visits to keep you busy.
Absolutely, yeah. In fact, today after I leave here, I'm going to be going over to the hospital to visit this older woman in the church who they think had a heart attack. You know, but I'd much rather be here with you guys, you know, visiting you.
Well, I can understand that. Visiting an elderly person in the hospital can be awfully draining. I remember that from my experience with my mom.
Oh, really? What happened with her?
Well, my mom lived with us, and we were really close, but one day she started feeling faint, and I thought something more was wrong, so I took her to the hospital right away. And she was there for several days, but she started getting better, so they sent her to a nursing home. But that was 40 miles away. And she lingered there for months with a lot of ups and downs. I have to confess, making the trip up there every day really took a lot out of me. And it wasn't cheap either, especially with the price of gas going up.
Sure, yeah, it gets more expensive every day.
It does.
But Jim can afford it, can he? He has a great job.
Well, he had a great job. But now that's up in the air, too. He still has the job, but management with the economy, they're having to review all the positions, and he was the last person hired. That's why when he was asked to go to Fargo, North Dakota in the middle of winter, he told his boss, "I'd just love to spend a few days in beautiful Fargo."
I can't believe it. How you did that, how you got through that. Wow, you would never know. You guys are so upbeat and happy all the time, you know?
Well, thank you.
But Sally, isn't Fargo nice in the winter?
Well, if you like ice sculpture, it is.
Oh.
But after 5 winters living there, I think there are a lot of places Jim would rather be. Anyway, I should get to why we were looking forward to your visit so much.
Okay.
It's about our daughter, Sarah.
Sarah? She seems like such a nice, good girl.
Well, how do I put this? She is, sometimes. But lately, she's been changing. Her grades are going down. And we seem to be getting in arguments more often. And she's staying out later than we would like her to. She always has a reasonable excuse for why she's out so late, but it really bothers Jim. Maybe it's the move. Maybe it's Jim's job being up in the air. Maybe it was all the attention I had to spend on her grandma when she was in the nursing home. I don't know. Maybe it's all of the above. To put it simply, Pastor, we could really use your help. And with you being a woman but not her mother, I thought maybe you could develop some rapport and help her get through this rough patch.
You know, Sally, I'm really glad I came here today. Before today, I thought you guys were so together and so solid, and now I can't even imagine how you keep it all together.
I guess it's because of prayer. God's presence in our lives provides a constant source of strength that lifts us up whenever life gets us down. And we also value the relationships we found in the church. We may be newcomers, but the folks of Holy Trinity have really taken us under their wing, and we've been blessed by their love.
Well, I guess I can try and help her. I mean, I haven't worked with teenagers since my internship, but I'm willing to give it a try, and I'm glad that you would ask me,
Well,
and that you
thank
feel
you,
I can help
Pastor.
you.
Thank you. You don't know how much that means to us. I know that God will get us through these crises, but knowing that you will share them will help us to bear them more than you can imagine. Like my mom always said, a burden shared is a burden halved.
You know, That's funny, Sally, because today I was reading this chapter in my book about ministry, chapter 6, and that was the title of